Welcome back. This is Rich again, back for an exclusive YouTube video blog. This YouTube video blog is about a preview of the 2024 NBA Finals between the Boston Celtics and the Dallas Mavericks. And I'll tell you who's going to win. But first, these important messages. Don't forget to listen to Crystal's Time Machine each and every Friday and Saturday night from 9 to 11 p.m. on WCAP 980, where everybody gets it. Can't catch the show live. Listen to this podcast exclusively on archive.org. Goes back to October 2015. Follow Crystal on Twitter at Crystal Amy John and Machine Crystal. Follow her on Instagram at Crystal Johnson. Follow her on Facebook, the official Crystal's Time Machine Facebook page, the official Crystal's Time Machine YouTube page, and the official Crystal's Time Machine Instagram page. And say hello to Broadway Pizza, the official sponsor of Crystal's Time Machine. If you say the promo code Crystal's Time Machine, $2 off your meal. And now back to the feature presentation. All right, the 2024 NBA Finals will start on June 6th, Thursday night at 8 p.m. on ABC and ESPN Radio. It is the Eastern Conference champion, the Boston Celtics, who had the best record in the NBA this year, first in the Atlantic Division with a 64-18 record. They beat the Miami Heat, the number 8 seed, in 4 games. They beat the number 4 seed, the Cleveland Cavaliers, in 5 games. And they beat the number 6 seeded Indiana Pacers in 4 straight games. And this is the first finals the Boston Celtics have been in 2 years. And the Boston Celtics are no stranger to the NBA Finals. They won 17 NBA World Championships and lost 5 of them. So they have a pretty good record winning NBA championships. While the Dallas Mavericks won the Southwestern Division this year of the NBA with a 50-32 record. They had the number 5 seed in the Western Conference. They beat the number 4 seed LA Clippers in 6 games. They beat the number 1 seed in the Western Conference, the Oklahoma City Thunder, in 6 games. And they beat the number 3 seed Minnesota Timberwolves in 5 games. And this is the third NBA Finals that the Dallas Mavericks have been in. They won in 2011 by beating Miami Heat, and they lost in 2006 against the Miami Heat. So this is the first NBA Finals the Mavericks have been in since 2011. The first time they're facing a team other than the Miami Heat. And this is the first time the Boston Celtics and the Dallas Mavericks have met in the playoffs in the NBA Finals. And on paper, this looks like to be a very, very competitive series. The Boston Celtics steamrolled through the Eastern Conference. Many experts were saying that it was an easy path for them because the Miami Heat didn't have their star player, Jimmy Butler, because he was injured. They didn't have, and the Cleveland Cavaliers didn't have the star player, Donovan Mitchell, because he was injured. And Indiana Pacers didn't have, they beat the Indiana Pacers because they didn't have their star player, Tyrese Hassan, but for a couple of games. But The Celtics have a lot of talent. They're more talented than the other three teams they faced in the playoffs. While the Dallas Mavericks' path to the NBA Finals this year was a little more harder because they did not have home court advantage during those three series. They beat an LA Clippers team that didn't have Kawhi Leonard on it for most of for the series, and the Clippers had more good players on the team, including James Harden, Russell Westbrook, and Paul George, among others. Well, it's basically a two-man show in Dallas with Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving. The third best player on Mavericks is probably Derek Lively second, and Timberwolves Mavericks beat Thunder in 6 games, and that was a tough series as well because Thunder, a young team with Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, who probably going to be one of the top players in the league before long, and Chet Holmgren and a few other young pieces. And the Mavericks beat the Timberwolves in 5 games. They had Anthony Everett, Rudy Gobert, Karl Anthony Towns, and a few others. So it was much harder for the Mavericks to get to the NBA Finals. It was more competitive. And it seems like the Mavericks kind of rely mostly on Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving for the big play. Well, the Celtics are very deep. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, and also Derek White and Al Horford and a few others. Peyton Pritchard, Drew Holiday, Christian Porzingis. He's coming back from injury in the NBA Finals, and a few others. So the Celtics are a very complete team, and the Celtics are on the doorstep of winning an NBA championship. And I really do believe that the Celtics will take this series in 6 games. I don't like the schedule, which they play every 3 days for the NBA Finals. Why can't they play it every other day? It probably has to do with television ratings. So this is the time that the Boston Celtics are going to win Banner 18. And that's about it. Thank you for all your support. I'll talk to you again soon.